Hello everyone, and welcome back to Voxel Tales. My name is Dan, and last time we finished building the exterior of our new warehouse. We even took steps to power it using solar panels. This time we're hopefully going to get a storage system installed and move our stuff in. But first, there's a couple of important things we need to deal with. I moved our livestock into a nice warm barn before Christmas, entirely forgetting that the sheep need access to grass in order to regrow their wool. So first thing today, I'm going to fix that. Honestly, it shouldn't take a lot of work, just need to make a little field out back. That ought to do it. Obviously we need to put a fence in to keep the creepies out. We are all about animal safety here at VT. Right, it would probably be for the best if I made the door hole from the inside. How do all? I have returned. You alright up there, Fee? Why is there snow in here? Oh, right, because I left the roof open when we went to the desert. Might be. See, all these sheep are still naked from the last time I sheared them. Except that guy. Must have missed him. So, unless I'm very much mistaken, here should be where we need the hole. Double wide? Except there's a girder, so do it this side instead. Move, sheep. Sheep, move! Oh, sorry. There we go. So, it's gonna need to be at least 3 tall, I think. Yeah. I mean, I could do it 3 wide, but it would mean moving the girder, and that wouldn't make sense structurally, so we'll leave it as 2 wide, I think. I've got a decent amount of garage door blocks left over from when I did irises, so if I can get around these guys, we can have a nice roller door in here. Guys, I really need to test this door. Can you shift? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And conveniently, we have these 4 cobble bricks from the lower wall we can use to tie all this together. There, I think that'll do us. Sheep seem happy enough. Good day's work all round. The following day, I took some dirt over to the barn to try and tie it a bit better into the landscape, but it really wasn't a winter job. Morning, sheeps. Then I checked the swords and the deployers around the zombie kill chamber. Weirdly, one of them was a lot less damage than the others. Honestly, I hate this whole thing. It's loud and ugly and slow. Come springtime, I'm going to have to figure out something better. On the plus side, there were a bunch of tomes in the drops chest, so we can level up a bit. Let's go. Constitution, Strength, Intelligence, Luck, and more strength. Why not? You can never hit things too hard after all. Right then, back to the shed. There's something I've been putting off and it's starting to weigh on me. Guys, I'm back. Hi, Beans. Hi, Callie. Where's the Gwen? There she is. Are you doing a hide under the anime statue? Are you a sausage? I think so. Okay. So, those of you who watch regularly will know that Chief Tom and I had a bit of a falling out just before Christmas. Turns out the ex-groundkeeper I'd been talking to over at Podnick Cemetery was Tom's brother York, who was dead. Yeah, I'd been talking to a ghost, or spirit. Apparently there's a difference. Anyway, I didn't know any of this when I mentioned York to Tom, and he didn't take it very well. Basically thought I was making some cruel joke and kicked me out of his office. We've not spoken since, and that's not cool, so as I'm not great with this sort of thing, I've decided to send him a letter. Usually that means we have to make a book and a quill. But there's a mod called Let's Do Candlelight that adds a typewriter, notepaper, and envelopes. So we can do an actual letter. The typewriter is pretty simple, just iron, a redstone repeater, and a bit of redstone dust. So I'll get one made, and while I'm at it, figure out what I'm actually going to put in this letter. Alright, that's the typewriter made. It takes special notepaper because you can't write on standard paper. It's easy to make, just 4 bits of standard paper per 2 sheets of notepaper. That'll be more than enough. So, I think the obvious place to set this up is on my desk upstairs. Over here, maybe? Well, that's not what we want. And I guess I can't place it on any of these I've used for books. So we'll move this little guy over here. And put the typewriter here by the lamp, which makes a lot of sense when I think about it. I know there's a way to rotate these, but for now I'll just... That'll do. Right, so, seems easy enough. Paper goes in here. Let's get this done. Dear Tom, I'm writing to apologise for any offence I caused when we last spoke. It certainly wasn't my intention. However, the person I spoke to identified themselves as Yorkshire. I had no idea it was your brother's name at the time. I understand that hearing me say I had talked with someone claiming to be your deceased brother would be very upsetting, and again, I'm sorry. I've left the bottle of wine I bought you for Christmas with this note. Sincerely, Dan. I know it's a bit direct, but you don't get a lot of room to write on the notepaper. Hopefully it'll be enough to bury the hatchet. Okay, so, next we need to make envelopes. Right-click? What do you mean, right-click? Okay, so I can add pink dye to make a pink envelope. Yeah, we don't have that kind of relationship, Mr. Mod. How do I make a regular one? 6 pieces of paper for 6 envelopes. Don't really need 6 envelopes right now, but okay. Alright, so how do we do this? Looks straightforward enough. Can I put both pages in here? That would be a no. Do you have to put a gift in? No. Oh, figured it out. You can only have 1 page per envelope. Fair play. It also occurs to me that Tom doesn't have a mailbox. I mean, neither do I really, it's just a chest. There's got to be a mailbox somewhere. Yeah, there's one. And of course it's from Yuushya. That mod always comes through for me. I get 4 from the furniture prototype. But I've already got one of those. Yes, I do. 4 mailboxes, please. Thank you. Aw, that's cute. I like that. I don't need to see 2, thanks, mouse. I'll also need something to put the wine in. Yoink. Okay, let's get these delivered and then we can crack on. So I think we'll just hang it. Here. I'm whispering in case Tom is in his office. Shh. And we'll put the barrel here. Robin, I can't put the barrel down if you don't move. Robin, come on, there's loads of room for you to get out. Are you being serious right now? Unbelievable. Okay, move then. Flippin' bird. Right, mailbox. Barrel. Wine in there. Letter in there. Job done. On my way home, I zipped over to Iris's and installed a mailbox for her. And then put one up for myself. I guess I don't need this anymore. Alright, now that's all sorted, we can get some real work done. The first thing I want to do is see how much system we can make with the materials we already have made. So let me grab the stuff I have, and we'll figure it out. Between episodes, I went a little nuts and made nearly 50 ME controllers so we can make a decent-sized controller core. Of course, I didn't think too much about powering it, which probably would have been a good idea. So, question 1. How many ME controllers can we power with our solar panels? At least 1. That is what we call a good start. 2, So far so good. Do I hear 3? I do. Alright, how about 6? 6 is fine. What about 7? Ah, okay, yeah. So, something I discovered in creative testing is that it doesn't like it if a controller is connected on 4 sides of any one plane. See, it's fine with that, except that one on top is now running on stored power. There, now it's connected again, and it's perfectly fine with it. And it's perfectly fine with that. But if I try putting one in the middle here, nope, does not like that at all. Anyway, not a big deal, let's continue. Wow, all still off one panel. You're kidding. That's 20 controllers all running off one basic solar panel. Well, you know what that means. We go bigger. Oh, there we go. Power's gone out. That's not bad. That's 33 controllers running off one panel. So if we started with this hollow cube, we could easily run it off of 2 panels, and we have 3 made. Yeah, just adding in that second panel's powered it all back up again. Well, that's good news all round. So, armed with this knowledge, I gathered up the solar panels and headed to the warehouse to figure out where to put them on the roof. So I guess right in the middle would be the obvious first choice, which I think is right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 across. Oh, that's right, it's a 2-block centre because I wanted double doors. That's fine. We'll just make a hole here, like so. Then we'll put cables here, and here. Yeah, like that. And then we'll just pop the solar panels on. Right, let's see what that looks like from inside. Answer, rubbish. It's not even in the middle, how have I messed that up?
Because you can't count.
Fair. That right there is the middle. Give me a sec, I'll fix it. There, that should work. Nice and symmetrical. Love me a bit of symmetry. In fact, if I add another cable here, and another one here, I can put another panel there, and one just there, and that should give us loads of power to be going on with. Right, I'm going to nip to the power station and grab the ME controller so we can get the core installed. There, you see, that's more like what we wanted. Okay, just scaffold on up. Bit off centre there, Danny boy, but not a problem. Why is this not working? Oh, for crying out loud. Might have guessed. Hey, Dipstick, what are you playing at?
They're just collecting the Foley things.
Collecting the Foley things? Luggage, look at me when I'm talking to you. You don't collect the Foley things when I'm using the Foley things.
Sorry.
To prevent any further mishaps, and because scaffolding is a pain to use anyway, I decided to just abandon it and use the quadricopter instead. To help get the layout right, I used some spruce wood as a dummy block. And it was during this initial laying out period that a small issue occurred to me. Wait, if it's a 2-block centre one way and a 1-block centre the other way, not sure I like that. Regardless, I powered through my misgivings and got the cables in. And by the next morning I had the top layer of the core cube installed. It's fine. It's not central, but it's fine. Nobody's gonna care.
Aye, and it's not like you can make building 1 block longer any road.
Well, I mean, I could, technically.
No, because that would be mental, and we're not mental, right?
Right.
So you're just gonna put rustic cube in, right? Dan?
Would it be that much work, though? I mean, it's only 1 block.
Dan, no.
I just need a sticky mechanical piston and some glue. Well, a lot of glue.
No.
Screw it, let's do it.
Ugh.
So I went to the power station and made a sticky mechanical piston. Right, I've seen this done, so I know it can work. I just need to make sure it's all glued properly, so best crack on. Right, I think that's everything, but it's late, and it's snowing, and I'm knackered, so we shall continue this in the morning.
Or you could just stop being mental. That's always an option.
Okay, good news everyone, it's stopped snowing, so what say we move a building a little? Just a little. As you can see, I've set up the piston, now we just give it a little crank, and whoop, the building shall move 1 block. Or not. Why is it not moving? This contraption was unable to assemble. There are too many blocks in the contraption. The configured maximum is 2048. Ah, don't say that, contraption. I believe in you. So I went into Create's configuration and updated the max block move to 5000. Because I might be crazy, but not enough to unglue half of this thing and then do it again in parts. Alright, let's try again. Oh. Yeah, look at that. Did it work? Haha, yeah, I think it worked. Behold, my genius in action once again. And now I just need to unglue it all and fill in the gap. Nobody would ever know. And via the magic of editing, that's all done. I didn't even have to rip up and relay the floor because the block states got reset when the building moved. Nope, didn't happen. But most importantly, look how beautiful and symmetrical that square is now. Don't worry about those missing panels, I'm going to fix that. See? Right, let's get this core in. And there it is, the central core of our ME network. All we gotta do now is get some storage wired up to it. So I went to the power station and grabbed the majority of the AE stuff we'd already made. And then returned to the warehouse to set some of it up. So I guess we'll put our server rack back here, which means we need to run a cable all the way up there. Good. So it seems that all the AE cables start life as Fluix glass cables, and for those we'll need quartz fibre, so let's start there. The next step up from a Fluix glass cable is a Fluix ME covered cable, which is basically the same thing except you can colour it with dye. To make them you simply coat a glass cable with wool. By combining a Fluix ME covered cable with glowstone and redstone, you can make it a Fluix ME smart cable. All the cables so far can carry 8 channels each, and everything you connect to the network needs 1 channel to operate. The smart cable can tell you how many channels along the cable are currently in use. By combining 4 smart cables together, you can upgrade them to Fluix ME dense smart cables, which can carry 32 channels each. If you don't need to know how many channels are in operation, you can also combine 4 covered cables to make dense cables without that feature. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Once I'd manufactured enough dense smart cables, I took them over to the warehouse and brought our ME drive and I/O port online. There we go guys, look at that! Storage system phase 1 is active. I've also configured the drive here to store all the log types. Not sure if that was entirely necessary, but it's done. So I guess all that's really left to do is hook up a terminal and start transferring everything over. I'll just use regular smart cable here for now, at least until the network gets bigger. I'm not overly worried about channels. Right, I'm going to fill the system up with all our stuff, which I don't see being anything other than dull as dishwater, so unless something important comes up, I will see you when it's done. Okay, sit rep. I've just finished transferring literally everything we had in storage over here into the system. So I'm going to tear out all these storage drawers and then go tackle the basement. Right, that's that done. Might as well move this cell workbench over by the rest of the system.
Dan?
Yeah?
You know you built this massive building because you were going to fill it with storage drawers?
Yeah.
Well, I can't help but notice that this AE system probably could have fit in basement.
I'm aware.
And you made all that massive core and dense wires and that, but be honest, it's not even that big, is it?
Well, it'll get bigger.
Will it though?
You'll see, it'll be fine. Well guys, it's done. Literally, everything we own is right here. Everything from here, the basement, and the power station, all available in one searchable location. Which is great. Honestly though, it feels a bit underwhelming that it all fits in such a small space. Like, right now, I don't really know what we're going to do with the rest of this building. Maybe we'll have to have a rethink and turn it into a factory. I don't know. But for now, let me show you the basement. Come on, luggage. So, here it is. All the chests are gone, and I decided to put up some armour stands with some of our old stuff on it. Felt kind of empty with nothing over there. End of an era. Well guys, I think that's where we're going to call it an episode. Next time, I think we'll have a go at cutting the cord and making our network wireless. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the show, then help us grow by subscribing or leaving us a cheeky like or a comment below. I've been Dan, this has been Voxel Tales, and until next time remember, be good. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. Oh, and I guess I'm going to go and answer the door. Bye guys. Oh, hey Tom, what brings you over here?
Well, you see, Dan, I've just been given a rather nice bottle of wine, and I hear the best way to enjoy a good vintage like this is with friends. So I was wondering if you'd care to join me in a glass or two.
I'd like that very much. Come in.